So tonight I'm here in a field. It's pretty steep and got permission from the farmer. He just mowed it for hay. So I hiked up to the top here thinking the house site was, somewhere along this ridge, but couldn't find anything. Found some, bits of iron and things like that up there, but came down here. And originally I thought this little divot right here was like some kind of washout or something, because it's cut away right here for the road. So I didn't think that would be anything, but there's a lot of nails and things in here, so I'm thinking that was like the cellar hole. The house shows on the 1874 map of this area, so I'm thinking that's it. Using the Manticore today. So go through my settings here. So I've got volume, running high conductor, already done the noise cancel. Typically I do a 0 ground balance unless I'm having issues. Then I'll adjust it. Recovery speed of 5, don't need to mess with that. Two-tone, I find that I dig more signals when I'm not having the 5 or more, just because you start cherry picking. Enhanced audio, of course the multi-IQ, and sensitivity right now is at 26. I may adjust that as we go, but I'll let you know if I find anything. There's that little depression, not very big, but yeah, right along the road. And it's cut away right there, it drops off. That's 78 here, but I'm going to dig pretty much everything that's not reading as iron just because this is such an old site. Alright, so we got a bent up old square nail. It's reading good. I'm pretty new at the Equinox here. I've maybe put 20 hours on it or so. So I've still got a lot to learn with the, target ID mapping and all that is kind of new. I'm not sure if the video will show the slope here, but yeah, I was a little skeptical that there would have been a home here. Just, where are you going to farm? Where are you going to put a house? But I guess if the price was right. It's jumping, 49.50. Staying pretty much on that center line. 4 depth bars, but we're up a little bit because of that, mowed over grass there. But pinpointing pretty small, so definitely try this one. It's a big piece of lead. Looks like it was maybe cut. A lot of times it'll be just a melted blob or, old muzzle loader bullets. On to the next one. Shit. This is looking like iron, but like I said, age of the site. The house was gone by the, I think it was like 1920 topo map. So, unless it was something dropped by a farmer later on, anything in the ground here should be 100+ years old. actually. It's kind of a heart pendant or something. I believe that's brass. Anything that, you know, is unique, I try to put a XY coordinate on it, you know, drop a pin on Google Maps, and then I can baggy it or mark it with the coordinates so the historical value isn't lost. You know, that's a lot of the complaints with metal detecting, that historical value is lost. Oh no, we got an 80, 82, 84. Not really as clean this way. Sounds like it's got some iron in there. We're gonna see what it is though. Very bent. Maybe a nail. I'm not real sure on that one. There's a piece of flint. Like Native Americans here, of course they were pretty much everywhere. You know, 12,000 years versus 200 years of European in this area. Oh my, we got a 91, 5 bars deep, pretty consistent. Try not to get my hooks up too much, you know. Dig a big plug for this one. Right in the bottom. Alright, looks like a large scent, guys. Excellent. Matron head, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna get a date off that one. I can't tell in the light here. 1840 something. Let's clean it up. Get a date later on. Nice. It's a keeper. Yeah, it blows my mind. Some of these places where, you know, people lived and prospered even over the years. It's just didn't need much. So the large scent was right there, right here. See what we got here. There's another caterpillar. Got some long hair. Very fast. Ah. Get out of there, worm. Caterpillar. Right in the side. It's gonna be a nail. Cleaning it up. square nail. Won't find it next time. Or maybe 30 feet above the cellar hole here. Some glass. Window glass, looks like. Nail. Yeah, we could use some rain too. It'd help. Another nail, square nail. So the owner of this property owns a big chunk of acreage, and I don't know, maybe a quarter mile that way up over the hill, a couple of hills. It's a very large house, built, mid-1800s. So my guess would be this was kind of like a starter home, somewhere to live while they built their other home. There's probably another nail pinpointing his iron. Not real consistent, but signals are pretty sparse here, so let's see what we got. Did I miss? I never miss. It disappeared. Probably a nail, just disturbed the rust halo. Beautiful weather. Again, almost certainly square nail. That was it. One of the better hitting signals we've had. It's terrible, but 46, 60, 41, 67, it's 41, 26, 11, it's all over the place. I'd say it's a big piece of iron. Maybe a horseshoe or something like that. Heard it right there. That's exactly what it is. It was about a half of a horseshoe. I think the camera cut out, but it's just a big chunk of iron here. Switched it to the normal audio theme just so I can hear the deeper ones just as well. That grass on the coil is kind of loud. afternoon, so we're gonna pass by this treasure hunt. Stirred something up, getting that rock out of there. About the length of the pinpointer down. It's very dry. I think that's it right there. Rusty nail. Oh, wait, there's more. I see the rust. It's got to be good. There it is. Another big square nail. See if I can find another decent signal before I've got to head home. Yeah, there it is. Another square nail. That sounds more like what we're looking for. Pinpoint's small. Let's check it out. Maybe some lead or another button of some sort. Right on it. Alright, got the bottom of a spoon. Maybe pewter. Kind of looks like it. Definitely not like sterling or anything, so it's a gray. Almost looks like it has rust on it, but I think it's just oxidizing or something. Wow, very fragile. Yeah, I'd say pewter. Alright, that was it. Got a nice circle on the target trace center line. 97, 78, 94. Pinpointing his iron down the hill this way. It's not a good sign. Sounds so good this way. Oh. There's a big chunk of sandstone. A little piece of glass in there. There's a small nail. I don't think that would have been, yeah, wouldn't have been giving me my high reading. Another nail. Just throw all their nails out in their yard. Oh, look at that. Got another largie. All those nails. That was peeping through that high tone. Looks like another matron. That one's going to be 1846. Get a date off that one fairly easily. Oh yeah, in the sun. It's a nice one. Clean up nice. It's probably about as much as I'll need to clean it right there. I don't think I've ever found two largies in one day, let alone in like an hour. We'll take it. Something else hiding in there. Another nail. Yeah, what was that? Like 4 or 5 small nails. I was able to pick out that large scent in there. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I think that other large scent was right in this same area, so might have to go left or right instead of up and down on this hill. Just scour this area. Nothing at first glance. Nothing at first probe with the carrot. Is a square nail with absolutely no rust or anything. It's strange. Almost looks like a stick. Yeah, I think that enhanced audio would do really well, like maybe at a fairgrounds. You know, places where you got old and new mingled and you're trying to punch down and hear the quiet stuff. But I think a place like this where you got no modern trash at all, I think you just want to hear everything, try to dig it all. I know I said no more iron pinpoints. We're way up from the cellar hole here. It's 40 feet down the hill or so. Oh, that's some nice dirt. Nice surprise. We've been in clay. This is very loamy. We've got a bent square nail. Par for the course, I suppose, right? Nice part about fields, nobody's mowing them for a lawn. That's as good as anything right there. Got maybe 15-20 minutes. I mean it now. No more square nails. Why are there nails up here on the side of this hill anyway? What are you doing up here with nails? Pretty relaxing up here, for sure. Wish I could pause time and just stay out here and not have to go back to work tomorrow. I'm not sure on this one. Let's see what it is. I feel like it's pretty large. Miniature axe, maybe? Not sure. Cast iron, whatever it is. At least it wasn't a nail. 76, 79, 80. Broken up this way. Ouch. Oh, it's something big. So, yeah, it's the other half of the horseshoe I found earlier. It's right down here, the other one. Might be a different one, I guess, but found two halves. Does it still hold the luck? That's too good to risk passing it up. Target trace was right on that center line there at that angle I was at, so might be something mixed in with some more iron. Or show yourself. There it is. Holy cow. It's gonna anchor, tie down kind of thing. It's got a hole there. Made me work for it. Probably that circle on the head of that thing is what was giving it that high tone every so often. But you never know. The thrill of the hunt. 82, 83. I think this is definitely a good signal here. Hopefully it's not a smashed pop can or beer can. Something like that. Right at the bottom. Still down there. Ah, oh, come on. That's exactly what it is. Oh. Yeah, that sounded good too. Blue ribbon. Yeah. It's pretty deep. Alright, maybe next time. We'll take it with us. Bummer. Guessing this is something modern. Pretty close to the top. I don't know. Just close to the top buckle. Dirt must have got mixed around here at some point.